It's important to know that everything that's going to happen to you has already vibrationally happened. And the only reason that anything ever doesn't feel good to you is because you're off kilter, you're out of vibrational sequence, you're not in alignment with your counterpart, your non-physical counterpart, who is always having an awesome day. Always having an awesome day. You want to jump so quickly to the manifestation. You really believe that this absence that I'm feeling, this void that I'm feeling, this loneliness, this absence of something that I want that I'm feeling, you really think that if you could just manifest something, that in the presence of it, instead of the absence of it, that then you would feel better. These are the components of perfect creation. You've asked for it. You've asked for it, and therefore it is. It's evolving and expanding, as are you, and therefore it is becoming more and more and more and more and more. Practice these theories of these universal laws and turn them into real things for yourself. Find as many positive aspects as you can. Look for as many reasons. Check your mood. Tend to your attitude. Look for reasons to feel good, reasons to feel good, reasons to feel good, reasons to feel good, reasons to feel good. Stay in sync often enough with that vortex where you care not about the manifestation, but you care about how you're feeling as you're visualizing, how you feel as you're imagining, how you feel as you are anticipating. Then the energy is all lined up just right for you, and then when it manifests, it will be extremely satisfying. It's all about momentum. Soft, easy, expectant energy flowing. The manifestation is a natural consequence of that energy flowing. And so we're talking about the satisfaction factor. We're talking about what happiness really is. What happiness really is you in sync with the laws of the universe and the energy of the universe, letting it flow toward you through your natural processes of unfolding. And in doing so, you get that momentum going, momentum, momentum, momentum. And so then in any point in time, it doesn't matter, when you meet your inner being where your inner being is, it's always delicious. It's clarity, it's passion, it's love, it's wholeness. But if you're not up to speed, then it's less than that, to the degree that you're not up to speed. If you're awake and focused and praising and appreciating and making lists of positive aspects and doing the protocol of getting yourself up to speed with who your inner being is, then in time you find yourself just living in this constant state of being where you're just up to speed, 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 tuned in, tapped in, turned on, feeling good, getting all kinds of advantages from the knowledge of that broader perspective. This is just Law of Attraction 101. This is just how Law of Attraction works. How to get what you want, to think about it, to focus on it, to don't think contradictory thoughts about it, and watch the universe yield it. It doesn't matter how long you've been thinking about things, the universe can yield to you. The factor that is the most significant is, how much resistance do I have going on? When something that you thought that you wanted came and then it didn't stick around, you feel as humans like you should objectify anything that is reality, and the reality should be examined. And that is your downfall, because when you examine the components of reality that are not pleasing you, you practice a vibrational momentum that makes it easy for you to get something that you don't care about and difficult for you to get something that you do care about. This is the law-based thing that you're wanting to extract from all of this. This is the nugget that you're looking for. If I don't want it, and in my not caring, I can get it. Now stay with us, because that sucks in and of itself. If I don't care about it, and therefore I'm not resisting it, it will come easily. If I want it a little bit, and I have a little resistance, it'll be a little difficult. If I really want it, and I really don't expect it, or I really don't believe it, then I'm going to have a big time struggle. So the key is to want it, to want something a little, and let the desire for it grow naturally. Stay with us. To want it a little, or let's say, want it generally. Want it generally. And then let the desire for it gather momentum. Because if you'll start with a general desire, you'll have less resistance in it. And law of attraction will cause that general desire to pick up speed. So it'll get more and more until you'll end up with a very healthy desire and no resistance. And then manifestations that are going to pop into your experience all over the place. Did you follow the formula? And only you know how general you have to be. In other words, only you will know by how it feels when you come across those thoughts. But we're suggesting that you start in a far more general place. When you start finding yourself moving in the direction that if you let it keep going, it's going to end up with an oh, then catch it. You cannot be denied something that you want, but you can prolong it. You can hold it off. You can postpone it by your thoughts that don't let it in. It is that and only that, you see. And you know what constitutes the majority of your thoughts that don't let it in? Your observation of what is. You see, if you get it, and we're going to ask you if you do you believe that your vortex exists? Do you believe that there's a vibrational version already queued up for you? Do you believe that universal forces are arranging circumstances and events and that the cooperative components are all lined up for you? So if you believe that, then what is the piece that you've got to do? You've got to allow it. You've got to get yourself in the receiving mode, which means you got to be happy anyway. You got to be lighter about it. You got to get over being disappointed before you can start the momentum toward what you want. And your ability to focus right now must not ever again be because you're focused on manifestations. That's not going to fly with you ever again. That doesn't cut it. Because that manifestation can change right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. Talk about 3 wishes. Talk about endless goods flowing towards you and experiences. Never again complain about a manifestation that is not pleasing to you because they are changeable by you now. So that's like saying, I don't like what I'm creating. I'm disappointed in what I'm creating, not in what happened. I'm disappointed in what I'm creating and I'm doing it now. And I'm not disappointed because of the subject of what I'm creating. I'm disappointed because of the process of creating right now. I've got it all balled up in some weird way. This will help you a lot. Your inner being never looks back. So your inner being is not trying to mine anything that went anyway before in order to give you something now. Your inner being's not looking back. Your inner being's only looking forward. And so when you look back, it's almost always a minefield. Almost always. I'm not going to think about that anymore. Oh. You got to change the subject. You got to change the subject. The subject has to be your happiness. The subject is happiness. And there's happiness in so many subjects. Just got to be happy, not happy with this ulterior motive. All conditional living means is trying to fast forward into a manifestation to examine the conditions. Unconditional living, unconditional love, unconditional life is going for the emotion and never mind the way it's going to manifest. You just know it's going to be good when it does. There's no reason for you ever to be disappointed. That is the distortion of all distortions. And it's not for any reason other than your ability to focus right now. You see, you didn't come for the manifestation. You came for the manifesting. You didn't come for the creation. You came for the creating. You came because you are a creator, and a creator's got to create, you see. And so you've done most of the process. You sifted, you sorted, you put it in the vortex. It's there for you. But when you get crossways of that, then it starts bogging down and your emotions tell you what to do. Your emotions tell you what to do. Disappointment is not an emotion you want to foster. Disappointing stories are not the stories you want to tell. Disappointments are not the things you want to regurgitate. Disappointments about anything are not the thing that make your world go round. Disappointments take you into the past where you have no power. Optimism takes you into the now and into the future where all of your power is.